Number 8, Dinosaurus, aka a genius who gets tired of recycling and decides to reboot the planet. With bombs, David Anders, a bored super intellectual, transforms, involuntarily mind you, into a 12-foot red T-Rex who thinks saving the world requires wiping out half of it. He's not exactly wrong, just catastrophically extreme. With the side to bite off cosmic godheads, the way he ate Omnipotus' face, and durability that lets him tank nukes. Dinosaurus isn't your average rampaging dinosaur. He's got the mind of a strategist, the jaw of a hydraulic press, and the morality of Thanos with a weather app. He leveled Las Vegas in Invincible number 80 to stop future waste, and that's probably the only time someone eco-bombed a city and said, "You're welcome." And he's not just a mindless brute. He once rigged the Viltrumite warship with explosives while biting Emperor Thragg's head, though it didn't work because Thrag was just too durable. And then he set off global quakes from under Greenland and nearly drowned the planet because climate change wasn't moving fast enough. He also knocked Invincible unconscious with a sonic roar, but hey, even friends fight sometimes when one of them floods the world. Dinosaurus' fall, David Anders didn't want to be him. When your inner T-Rex starts deciding who lives and dies, therapy might be too late. So yeah, he's terrifying, but at least he's not doing it for fun, just global optimization with teeth. Number 7, Dr. Seismic. Dr. Seismic is your geology professor who gets radicalized by magma and decides the surface world is overrated. Armed with gauntlets that generate earthquakes and a grudge against all things above ground, he's the Invincible universe's go-to source for tectonic tantrums. Don't let the lab coat fool you, Seismic packs serious power. His debut in Invincible number 10 looked like classic mad scientist with wrist cannons fare, until he literally collapsed Mount Rushmore and nearly buried the teen team. But things escalated fast. After falling into a volcano, Doc didn't die. He leveled up. He came back as a supercharged underground warlord with control over magma golems, hulking elemental brutes made of molten lava. By Invincible number 48, he was leading a full-on lava monster invasion of America, tossing tanks like toys and melting soldiers where they stood. Because democracy apparently offends his subterranean sensibilities, Doc also demonstrated intense durability and resilience, surviving multiple superhero beatdowns. He even held off Invincible for a short while by overwhelming him with brute force and numbers. Not bad for a guy who started up as the Earthquake guy. Doc's plan? Replace surface dwellers with mole people utopia. Hey, every villain needs a dream. He just involves burying civilization under 6 layers of lava and smug superiority. Number 6, Robot. Robot started off as the soft-spoken, socially awkward brains behind the Guardians of the Globe. But plot twist, he wasn't actually the robot. The robot everyone trusted was a remote drone controlled by Rudy Connors, a physically deformed genius living in a tank of goo. Honestly, pretty sympathetic, until he decided world dominion sounded like the efficient thing to do. In one of the most jaw-dropping heel turns in Invincible, Rudy went from awkward team strategist to full-blown authoritarian overlord in Invincible number 111 through 113. After transferring his mind into a cloned human body that conveniently looked like Rexplode, he secretly assassinated global leaders, eliminated threats like Cecil Stedman, and launched an army of drone duplicates to enforce his new world order. He literally said, "I can fix the world," and then started doing it with surgical, terrifying precision. He then unleashed an army of indestructible drones. One beats Black Samson to death in a barbershop, and another self-destructs in the Pentagon, leveling the entire building and killing hundreds. He even slaughtered young superheroes like Kid Thor and Knockout in the Carnage. Invincible and Atom Eve were made into the defense very easily, making them run away for help. And let's not forget the time he kept a Viltrumite prisoner in orbit using gravity traps. You know, like a casual Tuesday. Robot isn't just dangerous because of his tech. He's dangerous because he thinks he's right. Number 5, Omnipotus. Number 5, Omnipotus. Imagine Galactus, but angrier, flashier, and less chatty. That's Omnipotus, a planet-eating energy being who shows up in Invincible number 27 and nearly turns Earth into an all-you-can-destroy buffet. Omnipotus isn't a complex villain. He doesn't monologue about justice or peace. He just wants to annihilate planets to restore energy he had previously lost. And boy, does he bring it. In mere minutes, he shrugs off coordinated attacks from Invincible and Dinosaurus and absorbs enough damage to flatten a Justice League's worth of heroes. He blasts city blocks like he's swatting flies and tanks high-speed punches without flinching. It's like fighting a walking nuke with lasers and an ego. The real highlight? He was taken down in the most metal way possible. Dinosaurus literally bites his head off. But don't be fooled, this only worked because they weakened him significantly in a combined effort. And even then, the resulting energy explosion almost vaporized the city. The fact that it took two top-tier powerhouses working in tandem just to barely kill him speaks volumes. Omnipotus is a cosmic threat in every sense. He has limitless destructive power, nigh invulnerability, and a bad attitude. Fortunately, he's also got the attention span of a goldfish and doesn't stick around long. If he'd shown up earlier, or smarter, Earth might have been toast. Good thing cosmic bullies rarely read the fine print. Number 4, Angstrom Levy. Angstrom Levy is Invincible's answer to what if teleportation got bitter and vengeful? A genius with the power to open portals across dimensions, Levy started off trying to help the world by merging his brain with thousands of alternate versions of himself. Shockingly, turning your mind into a multiversal smoothie backfired. After his brain meld left him horrifically disfigured, thanks to a certain Invincible interrupting the process, Levy's IQ stayed sky high, but his moral compass did a triple axel into evil. He becomes Mark Grayson's personal nightmare, jumping between universes to gather intel, weapons, and the occasional army of evil doppelgangers. His biggest flex? In Invincible number 60, he kicks off the Invincible War, where he unleashes hundreds of alternate universe Invincibles on Earth, many of them ruthless, bloodthirsty, and stylishly emo. The resulting chaos kills thousands, wipes out entire cities, and overwhelms the Guardians of the Globe. Only Adam Eve's god-tier powers and Mark's desperation save the planet. Barely. Levy isn't strong in the punch-a-planet sense, but his dimensional powers make him untouchable, and his intellect makes him terrifying. He once dropped Mark into a world of zombies just for kicks. He even kidnaps Mark's family from different timelines to emotionally torture him because therapy's for quitters. Angstrom Levy's basically the Rick and Morty of revenge arcs, but way less fun at parties. Number 3, Conquest. This guy is the battle-hardened Viltrumite who skips retirement and decides to work part-time as a war crime. Introduced in Invincible number 61, this grizzled juggernaut was sent to Earth with one job: break Mark Grayson. Not defeat, not capture, break. And boy, did he overachieve. Old, scarred, and sadistic, Conquest views fighting the way toddlers view sugar. Can't get enough. He isn't just strong, fast, durable on Viltrumite levels, he's also a full-blown sadist who takes pleasure in every drop of blood spilled. His first real battle with Invincible and Adam Eve in Invincible number 63 is arguably the most brutal in the entire series. He nearly kills Eve, breaking her ribs and heart, and makes Mark into a red puddle, all while smiling like this. Oh, and then he comes back with a robot arm in Invincible number 72, because apparently the first beatdown wasn't violent enough. This time, he's even more dangerous, like a Terminator with a grudge. It takes Mark pushing his powers to the limit and almost losing himself to finally kill Conquest in an explosively satisfying and traumatizing finale. I mean, look at this! Jesus! Conquest doesn't want to conquer, he wants to prove you're weak, then savor it. He's the embodiment of Viltrumite ideology, survival of the bloodiest, and unlike other villains, there's no tragic backstory, no big plan, just fists, fury, and enough ego to terraform a moon. Put simply, Conquest doesn't need to rule the world, he just wants to beat it to death. Number 2, Omniman. Omniman, aka Nolan Grayson, is the Invincible universe's most terrifying mustache. He starts off as Earth's greatest superhero, saving kittens, punching meteors, doing dad things until Invincible number 11 drops the hammer. He is a Viltrumite conqueror set to weaken Earth for invasion. Then comes Invincible number 12, and folks, it's not a fight, it's a massacre. Omni-Man beats Mark like he's swatting a fly with a cinder block. He smashes him through cities, mountains, subways, all while monologuing about how human life is meaningless. Mark resists, pleading with his father, and Nolan's reply? What will you have after 500 years? Followed by the cruelest tear shed ever. Heartbreaking and horrifying. Let's talk feats. Omni-Man effortlessly wipes out the Guardians of the Globe in Invincible number 7, and even fights toe-to-toe with multiple Viltrumites in Invincible 29. His strength, speed, and durability put him on the upper tier of Viltrumite warlords, and he's lived for thousands of years racking up a body count that makes Riley Reid blush. Omni-Man is the emotional core of the entire series, equal parts terrifying, tragic, and complex. Also, parenting tip, maybe don't explain genocide to your son mid-homicide. Number 1, Thrag. If Omni-Man's a lion, Thrag's a nuclear bear made of pure muscle, ego, and 10,000 years of violence. Introduced in Invincible number 11, Thrag is the Grand Regent of the Viltrumite Empire. Their most powerful warrior and quite possibly their most petty, which is impressive for a race of space fascists. He was genetically bred by the Empire to be perfect. Not metaphorically, literally, as in, hey, let's make one Viltrumite who can obliterate cities with a yawn and win interstellar wars before breakfast. That's Thrag. In Invincible number 77, he single-handedly destroys a Viltrumite rebel crew, fights Omni-Man and Battle Beast at the same time, and walks away like it was cardio. But the real crown jewel, Invincible number 115 to 120, where Thrag faces off against Battle Beast in a fight that lasts issues, not pages, issues. And when it ends, Battle Beast dies, and Thrag is so torn up, he keeps his corpse as a trophy. Later, he trains an army of Viltrumite human hybrids, rules from the shadows, and fights Mark, Adam Eve, and Nolan across space, finally dying in Invincible number 140, but only after killing Omni-Man in the most brutal, tear-your-guts-out fashion possible. He's cunning, he's ruthless, he's a shirtless Shakespeare-quoting tank who believes emotions are weakness and genocide is a strategy. Thrag isn't just the strongest villain in Invincible, he's the final boss of the entire universe. And let's be real, no one else ever made a cape look so terrifying. And that's a wrap. From multiversal madmen to Viltrumite warlords who treat planets like punching bags, these invincible villains have shattered bones, leveled cities, and basically made Mark Grayson's life worse in every possible way. Did your favorite villainous powerhouse make the list? Or is there a hidden heavy hitter we missed who deserves a spot in the upper tier of terror? Drop your thoughts in the comments and we're all ready to debate to who hits harder and who bleeds cooler. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Catastrophic Chaos, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more villain rankings, hero vs. villain matchups, and showdowns. Until next time, keep your fists ready, your internal organs durable, and remember, just because you're strong doesn't mean you're safe in the Invincible universe.